Hey. 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 What is up? What is up? We are back and we are black. God damn, what is up? What is up, people? God damn. Hey, man, this is the Knowledge is Free podcast coming to you straight from the crib from Las Vegas. Clown ass Las Vegas. But anyway, it's Warren G in the place to be. Been clown free and sucker free since 2003. Hey, man. Hey. you know how it is. You know what I'm going to ask. Did Jesus come back today? I know y'all was at church speaking in tongues and reading the Bible and shit and singing in the choir. And what's a good song? I was watching something today. They was playing a church song. I forgot what it was called. Bring back some memories. Make me want to go to somebody's church and testify. But anyway, if Jesus didn't come back today, I feel bad, man. Maybe tomorrow or the next day. But anyway, hey, this is the Knowledge is Free podcast. If you're listening on SoundCloud, I appreciate it. Much respect to y'all for everybody who been listening. Just for some people who can't necessarily keep their YouTube app open, so I upload this shit to SoundCloud as well, so you can keep your phone locked and still listen. Maybe you might want to listen to it while you work out. For people that, ride in a car and listen to YouTube, hey man, I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Hey man, I want to send a quick shout out to one of the new subscribers. Left a comment on the page. I think his name is Maurice. Shout out to my nigga. Appreciate you subscribing, getting you some game. Hey, drop me some game too. If you got some books you need me to read or some shit, leave them shits in the comments. I appreciate everybody listening, watching. Anyway, we gonna get right into it. If you're not listening today, you listen to it tomorrow. I hope I fuck up your day tomorrow. That's always my goal. When I mean fuck up your day, I mean in a good way. Fuck up your mind, have you think in a different way. That's always my plan. Anyway, let's get into it. Hey man, I've been watching the news and just noticing, seeing it on Twitter, this government shutdown and all that. I kind of touched on it a little bit on the last podcast with how we talk about distractions and stuff like that. And that's the title. What is a distraction to you? You know what I mean? I'm not saying that the government shutdown is a distraction, but I'm gonna get right into it, man. We ain't gonna hold no punches. Let's just get right into it. Okay, this is what I think. This is my perspective. And I don't claim to know shit, but I think it's a distraction. Okay, you got the Democrats, you got the Republicans, and then you got Donald Trump. Okay, whatever. Okay, the Democrats don't want the wall. Donald Trump wants the wall. So we gonna fight back and forth. And then we the ones who suffer. For all the government employees that need their paychecks, we suffer. So what does that tell y'all? They should be in charge of making our decisions. That's what I think. Why are they in charge of making the decisions that directly benefit the American people? I'm gonna take it one farther, because like Dr. Claude Anderson always says, we always worried about everybody else but ourselves. So you know what? Hey, for all y'all that's watching it and you get offended, then this ain't the channel for you. This is strictly for my black brothers and sisters, my melanated folk. Republicans and Democrats are the fucking same. And they both don't give a fuck about niggas equally. Because the next time you get a chance, why don't you ask your local Democratic Party or whoever's representative, what's up with black people's reparations? Why is it every time we ask that question, they glance over and they start talking about minorities and using these broad, ambiguous terms, just like Dr. Claude Anderson talked about in Black Labor, White Wealth and in Powernomics and in Dirty Little Secrets. 101 questions you never thought to ask. I'll post those books again, but in that book, it teaches us they don't never talk about black people's struggle and all this other shit. Man, whether they build the wall or not, that is not my concern. My concern is for my black people. Oh, and for all you best, oh man, that's racist, Warren. Let me tell you something. Black people cannot be racist. We own no boats, no ships, no cars, no cakes, no pies, none of that shit. We own no corporations. Last time I checked, if you look at Bank of America or Wells Fargo or JP Morgan and Chase, there are no niggas running those shits. And last time I checked, if you look at US Steel or you look at United Rentals or Caterpillar and all those, ain't no niggas running those. Aren't those the people that's building the roads, the industrial complex and all that? We don't run any of that. So we can't use nothing but words. We can't oppress any other group or race. So now that I got that out of the way, let's just get right to the crux of the situation. Why is it that the Republicans and the Democrats, they create this theater in our mind? Man, they're gonna build the wall. You know, they're gonna do all these other things. Man, this shit is theater. It's all fucking theater. You know what I wanna see? I wanna see where the fuck is the money for my people? Where's the money that we owe for building this fucking country? That's what I want to see. I don't give a fuck about all this other shit. Because let me tell you something. Last time I checked, them Indians don't give a fuck about niggas. But they want niggas to go stand with them when they was building those pipelines in North and South Dakota. They want us to go stand with them. When's the last time you heard an Indian talking about Philando Castile or Trayvon Martin or Eric Gardner, Need I go, or Sandra Bland or Freddie Gray? Need I go on? Oscar Grant, nigga, Walter Scott. I can do this shit all day. That's what I'm saying. Dr. Claude Anderson is right, and I noticed that a lot too. We always fight everybody else's fight but our own. The next time a motherfucker comes, I'll never forget a motherfucker called me with that fucking, are you gonna vote for the Democrats? And I said, well, when y'all give us reparations and all the money that are owed because we built this country, then I'll vote for the Democrats. That motherfucker hurry up and got off the phone with me. That's a fact. That's a motherfucking fact. Donald Trump, the Republicans and the Democrats, it's all a theater. Y'all need to go watch House of Cards. It's all theater at our expense, black people. I don't care about everybody else right now. I'm talking about my people at our expense. And I'm tired of looking at the corporate plantation and watching all these white people act like they deserve these jobs. I'll keep using this metaphor or analogy or whatever we want to call it. I'm the manager of operations for the janitorial services. Have you cleaned a toilet before? What's a toilet? That's who they place in front of you. So these are the things that affect us directly. I'm not voting for no fucking party or nothing, because look at what you get. Now, all these federal employees are not getting their money, they crying wolf and all this other shit, and they just want to go back to work and get their money. And you know what? I do feel bad for them, you know, for those people that ain't getting their money. But come on, man, we got to smarten up. This is theater. These Democrats and these Republicans, it's one bird, left wing, right wing. They both shitting on our heads. You know what I'm saying? It's one bird. And the head of the bird is Donald Trump. It's the same, but everybody acts like the Republicans are bad and the Democrats are good. There's a lot of wealthy Democrats that don't give a fuck about no niggas. And I think it's a distraction. Since the government is shut down, is the FBI still in place? Is the CIA still working? Is the DEA still on their job? What about the NSA? Those are all government-funded programs. What about the Pentagon? Oh, right. Those motherfuckers ain't shut down. But the niggas that don't really mean nothing, we not gonna pay them. Oh, and all you niggas that want refund checks, we not giving y'all shit either. It's theater. Well, tell your local congressman to vote for the wall and all this other shit. No, I'm telling my local congressman, black people want our reparations. I don't give a fuck about all this other shit. And I see a whole lot of Latinos riding around with their F-150s and selling oranges and doing all the shit that they need to do to feed their family. I don't see them so concerned about them building that wall. Because if that's the case, then all these Latinos that are here in the United States of America, they would stop cutting grass and being white people's maids and cleaning up their houses and being Molly the maid, and they would go right down there and protest with all them other Latinos. See, that's what I'm saying. Motherfuckers act like Latinos are stick together. If they do, then why the fuck are they here riding around the F-150s working at Mariana's if you live in Las Vegas, making sure their family is taken care of? It's so funny how everybody has all this culture until it comes down to what? Money. When it comes down to money, that culture shit goes out of the fucking window. That's a fact. Just like the R. Kelly shit that I talked about. Everybody talking all that shit about R. Kelly until it came down to the money. Facts. Same thing with this government shutdown and this wall. We making all these fucking excuses and oh man, that's messed up, man. They gonna build that wall and all that. If one more nigga come to me talking about, man, what you think about them building the wall? I'm gonna say, man, black people got bigger fish to fry than be worried about them building a wall for other people that are not our own. Worry about your motherfucking self. That's a fact. I ain't worried about shit but my people. And you need to be worried about your people. If you're melanated, that's all you should be worried about. Is your fucking people. That's it. See, people think because you worried about your own that you racist. That's something the system, the dominant society has placed in our heads and have us thinking that way. That we're not supposed to think about our own. That we're supposed to think about all people. Like Obama, he was the president of all people. Well, J. Edgar Hoover wasn't the fucking FBI director of all people because he showed in like no niggas. Why we don't talk about that shit? I'm gonna bring that shit up every chance I get. We don't talk about that shit. It's so funny. I look at all this shit and I just be like, this is a distraction. Why do they keep saying this? Every news media outlet is that. Is that. First it was the R. Kelly thing for the first quarter. Now it's the government shutdown. Now watch how they make all these other things. It's going to be all these amendments for the Latinos and all these other groups. Think about it. They always this minority, you know, urban minority. They don't never want to mention blacks. You know why? It's called benign neglect. Come on, man. Y'all niggas need to start reading. It's benign neglect. They'll never mention us, but they'll mention Latinos and gays and Jews and humpbacks and all this other bullshit like Dr. Claude Anderson says, but they'll never mention us. Ever. Where is the money that we owe? Aren't y'all tired of going to these corporate plantation jobs and watching all these white people coming to work high out of their fucking mind and skipping around like they deserve the job that they're in and treat you like shit and want you to work 10 times harder than they'll ever work another white person? Aren't y'all tired of that shit? Because I know the fuck I am. That's why I don't want to talk about to no politician unless they talking about where the fuck is my reparations. That's it. Other than that, I don't got shit to talk about. Fuck a voting. Voting don't mean shit. Last time I checked, I don't see no fucking Chinamen voting. No, I see a whole bunch of dumbass niggas and Mexicans going to the fucking polls like that shit really fucking matter. That's what I'm saying. Where's all the Latinos at protesting? Because I see a lot, like I said, I see a lot of them that don't have no concern of the world. Period. So it's like, look at other races and see how they are concerned about their people, and then you need to take that back and have concern about your own. And if you don't seem concerned about their own people, don't take that. Be concerned about your own. Y'all get on these corporate plantation jobs, stop being about yourself. I deal with that shit all the time. I go to work. You see a black sister, they don't want to smile. They look at you all crazy. Then you got dumbass niggas that go to the job and they act a goddamn fool, and then they be mad at every other nigga because they don't speak up for them. I don't do that shit either. I don't talk dumb nigga talk either. Like, if you get on a corporate plantation job, you already know what it is. If you are over the age of 18 years old and you are working on a corporate plantation job and you act a goddamn fool, then you just wasn't raised right, or nobody mentored you enough to tell you this is the real world. And they don't give a fuck about no niggas in your fucking sad story. Niggas need to stop telling they sad story and start asking for reparations, start asking for what's owed of us when you get to these politicians. Stop smiling with these politicians because they done came to Lil Kiki's funeral or Lil Davion's funeral, and then you feel like, oh, they good people. I watched this clip of Bill Clinton when he was in Watts, and them black sisters was like, you motherfucker, what about when you called us super predator? And that motherfucker hurried up and got the fuck up out of there too. Stop being fooled by the bullshit and the fuckery. It's a lot of fuckery going on. You know, everybody that don't live in Las Vegas, I'll tell you a little bit about Las Vegas. Man, I've been coming to Las Vegas since I was like 5-6 years old. I remember old Las Vegas where it was white people and a sprinkle of black people. And over the years, you know, you had the Italians, you got the mob presence. Well, Vegas has changed a lot. Vegas has went corporate. And so for all you people that are born and raised in Vegas, y'all can act like y'all like the way Vegas is, but see, I grew up in LA and I know how Metropolis is ran and how they do things. I remember off of Adams and Hauser, all those areas over there have signs that say from this time to this time you can't park. And they had the parking enforcer ride around and chalk your goddamn tires because you can't even park in front of your own goddamn house for a certain amount of time. So what does that tell you? Y'all don't think they're gonna do that shit here in Vegas? No, because we so busy worried about the Vegas golden showers and the LA and the Oakland fakers. Oh, my bad. I mean Raiders. We so gung-ho about that shit. I want to see how many of you niggas gonna be gung-ho when the economy tank and you ain't got no motherfucking job. And see, let's see how much you a fan in. Then you gonna be like, damn, these motherfuckers got us. I bet you the casinos won't tank and go out of business. I bet you that. We just be worried about the wrong shit. We put all our energy into shit that don't matter. When I see a nigga with a Vegas Golden Showers hat, I be looking at him like, man, nigga, what? Nigga, you on this shit too? But the Clark County School District they rank 50th out of 50 states. They get a grade 39%, an F minus. Clark County School District don't give a fuck about these children. They don't give a flying fuck. And if you a nigga, they really don't give a fuck about you at all. They would rather send you to an opportunity school. So for all you parents out there that have your kids in a Clark County School District school and you want to talk all that shit about how the Clark County School District ain't shit, but you going to a Vegas Golden Knights game, you ain't shit. Because the first thing you should be saying is, why are we building stadiums and bringing all these teams here, but the Clark County School District ain't shit? The teachers ain't shit. Y'all don't want to pay them shit. That's the shit that I trip off of. I'd be like, damn, motherfuckers, where are your priorities at? But we so focused on entertainment. And that's why I feel like the Democrats, Republicans, it's all theater. It's entertainment. That's why when motherfuckers get to talking that, hey man, you know, Donald Trump in that wall, and man, I want to hear that shit. No, I'm worried about replacing the system of white supremacy with a system of fucking justice. That's what I'm worried about. I don't give a fuck about no goddamn Donald Trump. That's the least of my problems. You know what my problem is? The system of white supremacy, and where the fuck is the money at that is owed to the descendants of slaves, melanated people who built this fucking country? Where's that money at? Y'all talking about, oh, the federal employees are not getting their money and all this. I don't give a fuck about that shit, really. You know what I care about? Black people and their reparations and what the fuck is owed to us. I know there are other people out there that are tired of, let's see, building a corporation that you don't own. Like Dame Dash said, why would you want to fight for a corporation you don't own? I don't. Fuck them. Let them do what they gonna do with it. Your job is to go there, clock in, do your job, and go the fuck home. Stop being invested in other people's fucking problems and their energy. Because that transfer of energy is real. And they'll give you all the negative energy, and you give them all your positive energy, and then you all pissed off at the corporate plantation. That's why I don't engage in the theater with the Democrats and the Republicans. And you goddamn right, I didn't vote. Fuck a voting. Let's see where your votes get. Oh, we're gonna impeach Donald Trump. We? You have no power. Vote means to fucking wish. Y'all niggas need to get this book right here. It's called an etymology book. The Oxford Dictionary of English Etymology. Come on, man. Get that book. Let me tell you something. I was reading this book, and you know the thing I came up with? Distract. Draw away or in different directions. That's what the etymology is. Draw away or in different directions. See, I get the etymology. Fuck the goddamn Klebster's dictionary. You don't know what the fuck they put in there. They told you nigga means bad. But according to this book, nigga means Abyssinian king. Black god, negus, negos, nagis. That shit, negus, nagas, that bullshit. But what they tell you, oh, the Latin, why is it always Latin? Fuck that, man. I don't want to hear that shit. They call you nigga, then you take the nigga and make it good, which has always been good. And then they, demonize him. Oh, you can't say that. Black people shouldn't say that. Man, get the fuck out of here, man. That's why I tell people, just call what's going on, my God? What's going on, more? Call each other more. Then what they gonna say? Because the older Jewish people and the older Italians and all the people that know that what we're responsible, they know what a more means. And that's not a distraction. That's a fucking fact. What are you distracted by? Are you distracted by love and hip hop? Or are you distracted by Cardi B and all this clown shit that she got going on? Man, they put all this bullshit distractions in front of us, and then we forget what the main goal is. If you are melanated in this country, you are probably a descendant of slave. And slaves built this country. Black labor, white wealth. Look, man, let me tell you something. The person that's in charge of you at your job, they benefiting off of black labor. They didn't earn where they got. I don't give a fuck if they did go to this fictitious educational system that they got and stole from the African gods. According to Aristotle and Socrates and Plato, they stole it from us. They shouldn't have never wrote it down in a book, dumb motherfuckers. But anyway, we're responsible for education. So this educational system that they got going on, it's a fucking fraud too. Why the fuck do you gotta pay $100,000 to go get some paperwork where all you gonna do is stand in line and wait to get a job? And if you a nigga, you definitely ain't getting that job unless you know some Caucasian that went to that school and their parents probably own the corporation or sit on the board or the chairman of that board that you're trying to work at. That's how it goes. I don't give a fuck who you are. I'm tired of these niggas acting like because they got a degree from Long Beach Poly, or not Long Beach Poly, Long Beach State, or Cal State Northridge, or Cal State Fullerton, or Pepperdine, and all these clown ass colleges that they think they finna go get some illustrious job somewhere at somebody's bullshit ass corporation. No, what you're gonna do is go be a slave. That's all. You're just a high price slave. That's all it is. It doesn't matter. It's not your company. You don't own it and you don't run it. You run around in it. Let's talk about that. That's the major distraction. Funneling black kids into these historically black colleges to come out to college and be like, oh, I got my degree in African American studies. So you can go work for white people and do the same thing that all of us are doing anyway. And then you think that you somehow better than the next nigga because he a janitor or he's a street sweeper, but you sit at a cubicle. But you have no nuts. And if you a fucking black woman, you have no vagina because you don't run that shit. You don't own none of it. That black lady that's in charge of Disney, she don't run shit. She runs around in it. Facts. And all the shit that she puts on TV is a bunch of black women that are alcoholics that are whores, potentially. Facts. Oh, it's good TV and it's good entertainment. But let's just keep it 100. Olivia Pope, every time you look up, this bitch is drinking a glass of wine. And we're not even gonna get on how to get away with murder with Viola Davis. She played a drunk. Because you can't be a functioning black woman in corporate America. You got to be a drunk or a crack addict or some shit, right? Or a dope fiend, right? Because that's usually how it works. I'm telling you, man, it's everywhere. Distractions are everywhere. And they put, what is a distraction to you? Is your family a distraction? Are the people around you a distraction? Are your friends distractions? Magnetize people that are not distractions. That's why it's hard for me to have conversations or civilized conversations with people, because they just don't get it, especially other races. They could never understand black people's struggle, ever. And I don't try to make them understand it. Oh, I used to. Well, you know, black people feel, nah, fuck all that. Motherfucker ask you, well, why black people be like, I don't know. Why don't you ask somebody else? Because I'm not the black person spokesman. Not to you anyway. Why do y'all say this, or why y'all do y'all hair like that? That bullshit. Man, fuck all that. Don't answer a motherfucking thing when another race asks you a goddamn thing. Because a real motherfucking friend that's really your friend, that's another race, they wouldn't ask you none of them goddamn questions. You know what they would do? They would go get books. Like Neely Fuller's book. And I'm going to keep showing this. They would go get that book and read it. The United Independent Compensatory Code System Concept. A compensatory counter-racist code. They would go get it by Neely Fuller Jr. They would go get that book and read it. They wouldn't just be asking you a whole bunch of questions. You know why? Because if they were so concerned about our plight and our struggle, they would do research and do their homework. But most races are not concerned. They just think we a joke, and they think we're here for their entertainment. That's why when you're not buck dancing and mammy and doing all this bullshit and cooning and samboing, what's going on, Tyrone? Like, you're not the same. You know, you're not your usual self. You're not smiling and laughing and, you know, what's going on? Is everything okay? Let me translate that for y'all, all y'all niggas that's out there. What's going on, nigger? Why you not jumping around and being a good nigger for us and being a clown? You know, you're one of our good niggers. So why you not acting like that, nigger? We really like you around here. After all we've done for you, we've given you a place where you can be a good nigger. That's what it really means. And I don't give a fuck what nobody say. You want to challenge me? Leave your comments. And make sure when you leave your comments, leave a book too, clowns. Don't leave no clown-ass comment and then get off the page and then I can't really get to you. No, let's talk about it. Because I'm tired of motherfuckers, you know, going with the dominant society because they getting a check out of the deal. You know, we always good for that. Like I said on the last podcast, you know, 2 podcasts ago when I talked about R. Kelly. We can pile on R. Kelly, but a motherfucker ain't gonna say shit about Harvey Weinstein, huh? Motherfucker ain't gonna say shit. Motherfucker ain't gonna say shit about Donald Trump saying he grabbed bitches by the pussy. That's locker room talk. Come on, man. Look, man. All white people are not racist. That's a fact. All white people are not racist. At all. All white people don't act like they don't benefit from being white. There are a lot of white people that know that they directly benefit from being white, and they know this system is the system of white supremacy. And there are a lot of white people that will fight against it. And I keep forgetting to show that book. It's called The Burglary. I'll show it again. I'll show it maybe in the next podcast. But there are white people that want to replace the system of white supremacy with a system of justice. Now, if you want to ask me, out of that 100%, if we want to break it down percentage-wise, I would say it's about 0.999% of white people that want to replace the system of white supremacy with a system of justice. And 98 or 98.999 of white people will never give up their resources for black people. I don't give a fuck how much they march with you. If one day they woke up and the government said, okay, now black people are equal to white people, now they're going to be the CEOs and run the companies. Man, white people be jumping out of buildings and killing themselves. They'll go back to Europe. They will go back to fucking Europe and be like, fuck this. These niggas are in charge? I got to report to a nigger? Fuck that. My grandfather didn't build this company so I could report to a nigger. That's how they would act. Look at every major corporation that's on the Fortune 500. Ain't no niggas in charge of that shit. Just look at the list. I don't give a fuck what Bernie Forbes put in that Forbes magazine. I don't give a fuck about that shit. Niggas, we gotta understand that it's about taking care of our own, man. For real, and not being a distraction. I can't stand a motherfucker with this, oh, I'm a Democrat. Nigga, well, good for you. That means you're a Demo-clown. That's what you are. I don't give a fuck about you being no fucking Democrat and voting. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. At all. You know, I often look at the news and I see how they always be like, yeah, you know, the government is shut down another day, and now the TSA is not going to be able to search people because they're not going to have jobs and all this other shit. Let me tell you something. That was a false flag. That was your boy George Bush and his family with the goddamn false flag killing all those fucking innocent people in those buildings. Him and Dick Cheney and Daddy Bush and the CIA and all this other shit. Yeah, you can say I'm a conspiracy theorist, whatever. Man, y'all go do your homework, man. Do your homework. Osama bin Laden was a fucking CIA informant. He worked for the goddamn government. And now all of a sudden he wanted to kill the government? Man, please. Y'all niggas, people that were young don't even know what the fuck was going on. Man, Hillary Clinton voted for the war. Niggas ain't even know that. Just like she put in place those bills to put 800,000 goddamn niggas in prison. And called us super predators. Man, fuck that bitch. Man, that bitch don't give a fuck about no niggas. Don't give a fuck how much hot sauce you got. Man, fuck that bitch. Her and her husband don't give a flying fuck about no niggas. And neither do the Republicans or the Democrats. Let me tell you something. Like I keep saying, Democrats are wealthy too. Why everybody act like Democrats are poor and Republicans are rich? Democrats are wealthy too. They don't give a fuck about no niggas. I'm asking y'all this, who I was watching. Why don't you ask your local congressman? I don't understand why black people can't get reparations. Actually, we built the country, so why don't we get reparations? Ask them that. Ask them. Ask them. Ask your counselor, your city councilman. I mean, ask them. Ask him. Wherever y'all at, ask them. Or your commissioner, or if you're in Chicago, your alderman. Ask them. Why don't black people get reparations? I don't understand that. Jews got reparations. The Japanese got their reparations for Hiroshima. Why everybody got reparations but us? Them Jordans that you buy, they make those in China for 10 cents. Exactly. But this is where we put our focus. I'm not saying don't buy. I want y'all to buy Jordans. Jordans are fresh. I like the way a lot of the Jordans look. Nikes are fresh. But go buy the stock. That's all. Buy the Jordans and buy the stock. What's wrong with that? I want niggas to look fresh. Support black businesses. Support black clothing wear. Support that. Stop upholding Gucci and Fendi and Louis Vuitton and all this other bullshit. And support a nigga that make clothes in your hood. I don't give a fuck if he do make a t-shirt. Buy that shit. If it's $10, buy it. Niggas will pay $1,000 for a t-shirt that say Gucci on it just because it say Gucci. When you can go get a t-shirt and put Gucci on it and wear it. Niggas will never know. But that's what we be on. I don't understand that shit, man. And we be so distracted by this Republican Democrat shit. That's why, man, look, man, if you a melanated person and a nigga come talking to you about that Republican bullshit and they gonna build a wall, tell them, good, build the wall. If a Latino go, hey man, that's messed up, say, you know what's messed up? How my people have got treated the last 500 years, but I don't see no nigga beating on the congressman's door talking about why don't black people get their reparations? Then I bet you they'll leave you alone after that. Facts. See, most Latinos shouldn't get upset when black people speak up on our own because Latinos should know that we built the country. But what has happened is Caucasians have framed this picture that niggas came here voluntarily to help build the country. And like white people were already here building it. like they was just nailing the hammers into the fucking railroads and the Chinamen were building everything. And then black people said, oh, I just want to come over there and help white people. No, that's not what happened. Black people were already here. Christopher Columbus already said that, and they came before Columbus by Ivan Van Sertima. Because Christopher Columbus did write in his diary with his clown ass, came over here and saw that there were already black people here. And said, wow, I found something that nobody knows about really. And came over here and let me get all these other white Jews over here and they can profit off of it. You need to read The Secret Relationship Between Jews and Blacks by the Nation of Islam. Great book to read. That will fuck you up. Just like, you know, people don't understand how much labor was put into building this country because we don't want to know. So why do you think Latinos and Chinese and Japanese and everybody else gonna want to know if we don't want to know? You know why? Because we don't put all we can into our own. We put into everybody else but ourselves. That's why when we see a white rapper, including me, hey, I'll throw me under the bus. When I saw Eminem, I was, oh man, he white, he cold. Drace co-signed him. Oh, Eminem is cold, nigga, he raw. But then I started thinking as I got older, I would say I think what woke me up was when Oscar Grant got killed. When Oscar Grant got killed, and it was a lot of rappers speaking up about it, but Eminem didn't say shit. I was just like, damn, well, you benefit from our culture. And then Trayvon Martin got killed. He didn't say nothing. And then, let's see. Then everybody started getting killed. Mike Brown, Freddie Gray. He says nothing. But then when he's coming out with an album, he goes on the BET Awards and does a clown-ass, half-ass freestyle with his non-rapping ass as far as freestyles are concerned. And I was like, damn, not only is he trash, you had an album coming out. So you go on a black platform and talk shit about Donald Trump because that was convenient. But why are you not talking shit about the system of white supremacy and how everybody thinks you're the greatest rapper of all time because you're white, but not because you're actually the greatest rapper of all time? I'll keep saying, I don't give a fuck who get mad. Eminem's not even on my top 20 or my top 30. It's about 40 niggas that I think is better than him. That's just me. And I'm entitled to my own opinion. And if you white, your opinion don't count to me. Sorry. But next, back to the distractions. We gotta focus on things that's right and stop uplifting other races that are on. Look at what's his name? The white boy, Post Malone, or whatever his name is. He's whack. He's trash. He's just benefiting off our culture. He's a fucking culture vulture. And he's benefiting off our culture. He ain't never gave a flying fuck about what we got going on. Just look at the people around, man. I'm telling you, everybody thinks that our culture is the black culture, black race is a joke. Everybody think that. And everybody thinks that they can do our music. Everybody thinks that they can benefit off of it because we leave our music and our secrets wide open. And our formulas and how we make, how we produce and how we play instruments and our feeling and our algorithms. I'm tired of that shit. That's why you got people like Nancy Pelosi, who's been the House Speaker for the last 15 goddamn years, and she make all this goddamn money, but I don't ever hear her say shit about black people. Nothing. When they was threatening Maxine Waters, where was Nancy Pelosi at? Where were the rest of these motherfucking Democrats at? When when Maxine Waters was getting threatened in LA. Man, they don't give a fuck about no niggas, man. For real, for real. And if the government cares so much about black people, why is it only a sprinkle of black people that are in Congress, that are in the Senate? You know, where are they? Legislation, where are they at? Where are the black people at? Where are the black people? Why there's not a black person that's in charge of the Clark County School District? Have you ever thought about that? If you live in Las Vegas. These are just things that I notice all the time. You know what I mean? These are things that we got to look at and stop letting simplistic shit like Donald Trump want to build a wall. That don't got shit to do with niggas. Ask for reparations. That's what I'm waiting on. The money that I'm owed, because I'm getting good goddamn tired of going to the slave plantation every day and watching white people damn near play double dutch in your face and stick their tongue out on you because you can't say shit to them because they the motherfuckers that's in charge and they got it by cheating, not because they deserve where they at. That's a fact. I just want to know who all shares the same sentiments as me and go voice them. Because it's like, goddamn, I know how niggas feel when they get off work. Some niggas want to smoke some weed. Some niggas want to drink. I used to drink a lot. That helped me out a lot working on the corporate plantation. Because it was either that or go on there and knock a motherfucker out. Straight up. Or put my motherfucking hands on a motherfucker. Because I'm telling you, these Caucasians and a lot of these Latinos, they act just like these white people. So we talking about this culture and all this other shit. Just watch how a motherfucker act when he step across that threshold of the system of white supremacy, which I call the corporate plantation. Because the NBA, the NFL, politics, Hollywood, and corporate America, it's all the same paradigm. I keep saying that every podcast. It's ran the same. Everybody got their fucking culture until they have to do business. And once they do business, the culture goes out the window. You get to smiling and being a grinning nigga and buck dancing. I do what you need me to do, boss. You want me to work. You want me to work until I dance them kids myself and never sees my family? I do whatever you need me to do. Because you want to get that great, you know, what they call annual money or raise or review or whatever the fuck it is when all they doing is running the script. They got their money though. Let me say what they do. Well, John Tavia, the company only made $10 billion last quarter. We usually make $15 billion. So there was no money this time. That's the script that they run. But they got their money though. And they got their raise. Believe that. That's a fact. Because it's a program. Stop believing in these motherfuckers and believe in your own people. We'll believe in Caucasians that we know don't have our best interests at heart. But niggas that have our best interests at heart that try to really teach us the game, we start talking shit about them to the white people. That's a fact. That is a fucking fact. Remember, what is a distraction to you? There's a lot of distractions, but to me, but you know what I've done? I've turned them off, turned them away. I don't even deal with them. I don't talk to them. I don't have conversations with people about that shit. If it's a meaningless conversation, I don't even talk. I don't even give it energy. It is very difficult to do because people, they feel some type of way and they feel offended. But you know what? If they're a confident person, they understand like, damn, that motherfucker don't want to be bothered. That's a fact. And I don't want to be bothered. Unless it's my own people and dealing with us moving forward as a people. And that's it. And if you are another race and you want to help my people move forward, hey, I'm all for you. You want to magnetize your energy and help the cause? Cool. If you another race, or you Caucasian, or you just another race, and you ain't with that system of white supremacy shit, and you with real shit, you want to have a real conversation about business or finance, hey man, I'm your guy. But if you want to talk about the corporate plantation and keep talking about the same shit over and over again, and I can't deal with that. So I'd rather just mute everybody, turn them off, and get the fuck away from me. Stop smiling with these motherfuckers. Stop smiling with these city councilmen and all. Man, fuck these motherfuckers. That's how I feel about them. They not for us, they for them. They should make it where if you're running for councilman or commissioner or any of this stuff, Senate, you get no money, you get no benefits, you get none of that shit. You gotta still maintain a regular fucking job in corporate America, and you still gotta do that, and you're doing it for free, and you get no kickbacks, no perks, no cakes, no pies, no none of that shit. Then you will see less niggas doing it. That's a fact. I'm telling you, man, this stuff we need to work on. Hey, man, it's been fun. It's been real. Hit the bell. Hit the subscribe button. Hey, man, I appreciate y'all. Leave your comment. Hit the like button. If you don't like it, hey, let's talk about it. But don't be a coward about it either. Hey, man, I appreciate everybody checking it out. And for now, I will be doing the podcast Wednesday, Thursday, Sundays. So if you can't check me on Sunday nights live, I'll be going live Wednesdays and Thursdays. Hey, man, this is Warren G, the place to be. Been sucker free since in Clown Free since 2003. This is the Knowledge Free Podcast, man. Shout out to Miss Linda. Hey, a shout out to Miss Linda. She know who she is. I appreciate her. And shout out to my homegirl Nuke. I appreciate them. Hey, man, Warren G, I'm out. Peace.